So what happens when you take a smart guitar, ratchet the features up to 11, and make it your most affordable guitar ever? Well, you'd end up with the Blue Lava. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very well today. As I mentioned, we have a very smart guitar in the studio. This is the brand new guitar from Lava. It's the Blue Lava. Now, one of the things that make Lava guitars so interesting is, of course, the physical designs of their acoustic guitars. There's nothing else like it on the market, and it's instantly recognizable. From the unique headstock shape, all the way down to, of course, that oval elongated sound hole. And other than that, the design is just very clean. Just a little Lava logo there. And other than that, you know, very basic. But when you turn it to its side, well, it's a different story. The implementation of the smart features is genius. So easy to use. Swipe gestures we've all used tens of thousands of times. Left and right, pick your app and tap on it. Swipe from the top, get to your settings. Swipe from the bottom up, get back to your home screen. Open an app, scroll around. There it is. Pick what you want, and you'll hear it coming right from the guitar itself. So we'll hear it in a second. And then when you want to go home, just swipe from the bottom and you're home. Right, let's jump straight in and check out some of the apps on the Blue Lava. This, of course, is what makes it stand out from anything else on the market. All the built-in apps that are insanely fully featured. So on your home screen, you can see we've got a tuner, we've got a metronome, we've got a recorder for getting your ideas down, you know, quick and dirty so you don't forget about them. A bunch of effects, practice tools with feedback. So, you know, if you're doing a strumming lesson, it'll tell you, yes, you're hitting all the beats, or no, you need to work on kind of getting closer to that metronome. Or if you want to do chord change lesson, there's a bunch of stuff in there. Really cool. Of course, a looper so that we can, take our ideas, layer them over top, and each one of those is really fully featured. Music folder, pictures folder, you can update your guitar. As you can see, well, hopefully you can see it's hooked to Wi-Fi. That's one of the first things you do. So then if you want to update your guitar, you just tap right there, no plugging it into a computer, nothing, it just does it over Wi-Fi. So very good. There's also controls inside the sound hole. So most of the time, I think people would probably be using the touch screen, but there are some physical controls. As you can see, volume right there. And I do have some delay on, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear that. I'm not plugged in. And if I take the volume down, you just hear the regular guitar string. So it controls, you know, all your effects and everything like that. And we're back in action. So there you go. And there's also a power on off button there. So if you want to shut your screen off and, save battery or whatever, you can do that. But yeah, I think most of the time it's so easy just to use the touch controls. That's what the majority of people are going to do. Now, before I take a look at some of the really fun apps like the looper, the recorder, you know, the effects, I got to give a shout out to the tuner. As guitar players, this is just something we do multiple times daily. And having a good tuning app is, well, essential. Happily, this is an excellent tuner. Having such a big screen is helpful. As you can see, I'm in drop D. And when you're tuning, it gives you visual and audio confirmation that you're perfectly in tune. Yeah, really nice to use. And if you want to go to a different, tuning setup, you just tap drop D, and you can see standard is the first one. Chromatic, so you can tune any string to any note if you want to do a custom one. And then they give you some alternate tunings. Half step, drop D, you can see it's highlighted. That's a really nice feature just to, visually show you which one you currently have selected. Open D, dadgad there, open G, open E for some like slide tunings and stuff like that. I'm going to stick with drop D, and that's the tuner. It just works so well. All right, you guys, next up, let's try the recorder. This one's just super simple and super fun. You just tap the record app, and when you're ready to go, you tap that. I should mention, I'm not plugged into anything. All you're hearing is just the guitar straight into my lav mic, so it should be fun. Let's record. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna hit stop. love that it plays the waveform, so cool. And then it gives you an option to like save it or delete it. And you can have a bunch of different recordings. So if you just have ideas flowing, just keep recording them and they're all kept in there. You can go into your recording file. Well, let's delete that one. Gives you a little trash can sound to let you know you just deleted your file. So that's the recorder, just like really basic, perfect for getting like quick and dirty ideas down. And as I mentioned, all the sound just kind of comes straight out of the blue lava, which is so cool. Next up, we gotta talk effects. There's just so many available on the blue lava, it's amazing. As you can see, we've got verb, delay, reverse delay, chorus, trem, phaser, flanger, ring mod, octaver, stutter, wah, slow gear, pitch shift, distortion, shape box, so many different things there. And each one has like a fun little animation when you select it. Just really clever stuff. No other guitar really does stuff like this. So I really love, you know, some of the touches that they've done on these effects. You just click on one and yeah, there's just a fun little animation to go along with it. There you go, banana bass. There's just a dude jamming on a banana. Hey, why not? It's just so cool. So yeah, anyway, just really appreciate all those little extra things that they've added in. And of course, as you play, each one has its own unique tone. So we'll try out a few here for you guys, but I just wanted to show you that. Now, once you've selected one, there's also templates. So here are some of my favorites, as you guys can see. And once you have them in a template, there's like 3 per template. These are just ones that you know and love or whatever you want to use a lot. So once you kind of get to one, you can click on it and then you'll see there's a little settings tab, and this is how you kind of like drill down and really get into all the nitty gritty. So here you can see your mix, pre-delay, brightness, damping, decay, speed, size, depth, all of those things you just adjust with your slider, get it just the way you want it, and then you can save it. And that's the best thing about, or one of the best things about this guitar, is just the fact that they make it so simple to do the simple things, and yet when you dive deeper, you can really drill down and make it your own. All right, you guys, next up, let's try a little jam on the looper. This is always so much fun to practice your scales, just create interesting soundscapes, all that kind of stuff. You can even set up some drums to play along with you. I'm just gonna keep it basic with some guitar parts. Here we go, let's try it out. So I'll hit record, gives me a count in. Then it automatically starts playing it back. If you like it, great. And it kind of gives you, yes, the first ring is full. That is kind of your backing track. Then you can see the red cursor is on the next ring. So this is going to be the part that goes over top. Let's try that. Okay, so I've got 2 rings filled out. Let's do the third. Let me see, we're in the key of D. I better get this one right. Okay, here we go. Let's throw caution to the wind and do our last one here. Cool. Now, that solo part, the timing wasn't quite right on it, so I want to redo that. So all I have to do is select the outer rim, like that, and check it out. I can change the volume of it, I can delete it, I can whatever. So what I'm going to do, or mute it just to listen to the other track, I'm going to delete that because I wasn't quite happy with that. Let's try it again. So the cursor goes to that outer ring, hit record, and let's see if we can get a little bit better on that. So that was a little bit better timing wise and stuff like that. So I might be happy with it. But the best part is like, if I don't like my rhythm track, I can click on the first one. I can change the volume of it, which is great. So if you're mixing it, it's like, oh, you know what? I want that main track a little lower. You just slide the volume. So yeah, even though the apps are easy to use, once you dig in and find out, you know, some of the other stuff about it, you can really have a ton of fun. And like I said, you can even add drums to it as well. So you could have 4 tracks going. Really, really cool stuff. Now, one of the coolest things to have built into your guitar is some practicing tools. So cool to have that built in, especially if you're a new player and you just want to practice. You can see chord transitions. So, you know, if you want to practice going in between, you know, a few different chords, you can select it and, you know, practice blasting those so you get really, really good at them. Or, you know, strumming practices, you can choose different strumming patterns, different time signatures, so many different things in here. The scale training is also really good. You know, right now we're on the C major scale. You can choose where on the neck you want to practice that scale. Like, how genius is that? You know, if you want to practice your C major down low or way up high, you just scroll and get to it. Or you choose, you know, whatever, a different scale you want to do. A major, pentatonic. Here we go. There we go. Shows you the root notes. Very, very clever tool. So, you know, if you're just new to guitar and you want to practice some of the stuff, some single notes, some ear training, it's all there built straight into your guitar. And the screen, as I mentioned, is nice and big so you can see the different things that you want to practice and whatever. It's just really, really great. So, and it walks you through, if you know this is the first time you're doing it, it'll walk you through the steps and all that kind of stuff. You can listen to them and try to get the intervals and stuff like that. So there you go. To have those built into a guitar, just insane. So hopefully that gives you guys a good idea of what the Blue Lava is capable of. It's like having a smartphone built straight into your guitar, loaded with all the apps you could want related to guitar, and of course having a speaker in there so that you can hear all of the effects and loops and stuff like that cascading over top of each other. Very, very cool. Now we need to talk about the price because, as I mentioned, this is Lava's most affordable guitar. This one sells for $650 with a basic case or $699 with sort of a higher level case. That's a pretty good value. The software is so perfected on these guitars, on all the Lava guitars, and this one's no exception. So it's great to have that. Obviously, this one is not carbon fiber like the high-end ones, but you do get a lot of the great features that go along with a Lava guitar. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the demo. I will link to this guitar down in the video description below. A great price point on this guitar and an absolutely amazing feature set. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, be sure to do so by clicking my face right here. Other than that, all the gear I used, guitar, all the links will be down in the video description below. Feel free to check them out there. Other than that, have yourself a great day. Take care.